What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? BCH here, sitting at about $476 with 20 hours and 38 minutes left in the day. It is June 17th, okay? Looking like we're moving up. We got decent volume over the past week now, better than what we had the week before. As we're moving up, right? You're moving down, no volume at all. You start to move up and you're breaking out, volume's coming in. It's not the craziest volume, but it's more consistent, at least, more consistently above what we saw back here in the beginning of the month. That's nice to see. We look at the daily RSI. RSI is about to get overbought. The last few attempts we've had, we've just gotten barely into it. I'm thinking, man, we consolidated like this before we got to it. I think we're about to rip. I really do think Bitcoin Cash is about to see some good things happen. It's going to do what it always does, which is outperform a lot of coins. I say what it always does. It's going to do something that always happens to it, which is it'll outperform the top 100. It'll be at the top of the list. It'll be in like the top 3 on the top 100 or the very top itself on a 24-hour basis as growth goes. And nobody's going to talk about it, right? They're going to be like, oh, look, Bitcoin Cash is up today, but they're not going to talk about it. They'll talk about the coins more so that are lower, but that are not Bitcoin Cash. The whole space has a vendetta against BCH, but they're going to get over it, man. They're going to get over it very soon, because any day now, it could be by the end of this week, it might be by the end of next week, who knows? Definitely in July, we'll be breaking out of this multi-cycle long consolidation phase. Multi-cycle long consolidation phase. We'll be breaking out of it. I didn't draw the line the best, but you can kind of see what I was going for, right? Maybe if I have an actual straight line on there. I know that all the people watching this are already aware, but multi-cycle consolidation phase. We're moments away, and it really could. We got 13 days, 21 hours left in this month. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if by the end of this month we were breaking out. We weren't just wicking above this area, but closing above this area. That's going to be big, you guys. That's going to be very big. Higher monthly close than what we saw here to end the year in 2024. Breaking out of this consolidation phase here. I've had a couple people ask me where I think Bitcoin Cash is going, and I feel like I've been abundantly clear over my last handful of videos, but in case it's not clear, I think that we're going to see one of the largest moves, if not the largest move that Bitcoin Cash has ever seen in its history. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this, by the end of July, we were above $1,600. I wouldn't be surprised if we were near these all-time highs. And yes, by the end of the year, we will be at new all-time highs. Absolutely, we will be. We're on a path that's going to go higher. This is the beginning of the greatest move in BCH's history. And why wouldn't it be? We consolidated for multiple cycles, right? Like we've paid our dues. The accumulation is real. And when we look at this consolidation phase, you can tell which side we're about to break. Direct resistance, direct support, direct resistance. You crowded it. Should have broken through it, but you didn't. Now we've crowded this for a lot longer, I might add. And we're in a bullish phase of the market right now. Things are about to get frisky, man. Things are really about to get frisky. Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we'll talk about the BCH BTC pair and wrap this up, okay? 1 hour time frame showing a little bearish divergence, sure, but I don't think it's going to persist. If anything, I mean, maybe you find a little turbulence here. You're at 475. Maybe you pull back to like 467, 465, whatever, something like that. MACD looks fine. I'm not too upset with that. Stochastics look fine, but again, if you come down, whatever, it happens. 4 hour time frame, very bullish. If anything, this makes me think that you're not going to, if you pull back, it's going to be short-lived and insignificant, because you look like you want to get into that overbought zone. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw deeper readings than what we saw here. We really start to take off. Today, I think, is going to be a good day, the 17th. I think this week will be a good week for BCH. You do have bearish divergence on the MACD. Let's see if this move can persist a little bit higher and you can get rid of that bearish divergence. If not, that just adds to the idea that you could go back to like 460. You're at 475 now. Boo-hoo, whatever. Go down there, find support, and then keep moving up, right? It's still a higher low throughout this whole move. There are things that suggest we could move a little bit higher from here, or a lot higher. There are things that suggest that we might move down a little bit and consolidate, whatever. I still think that this week we're going to be closing up near, if not above, $500. And I'm thinking we'll close probably well above $500. Looking at the daily time frame, MACD's building, looking phenomenal, bouncing off the zero line. Overbought on the stochastics, about to get overbought on the daily RSI. I just don't see a scenario where we're really stopping for any prolonged period of time right here, right? We might, if we were to stop at all, we'll consolidate a little bit, but by the end of this week, if not definitely by the end of this month, we'll be moving up higher. Prices that are well above 500, even 600, and looking for new cycle highs. If not by the end of this month, going into July. We should be seeing some fireworks fly here pretty soon, and I'm not talking about the 4th of July. Looking at the weekly time frame, MACD is immaculate, you guys, and we're getting this to cross above the zero. That's a big deal. That's actually a really big deal. Last time we crossed above the zero, this was the move that we got, and this was pretty robust, right? Here, we've been slowly encroaching up here. We're about to cross. I think we're about to see some exciting stuff, man. I really do think if it's not by the end of this week, next week, going into the end of the month for sure, I think that we're going to see some exciting stuff happen. Stochastics are just getting overbought. All good things. RSI gets overbought. Stochastics gets overbought. MACD's flipping up above the zero. All good things that suggest we're about to see some exciting price action come. What do I mean by exciting? I mean, 1 week here, we moved up 75%. This week here, it's a small week, we moved up 30%. 30% to 75% growth between now and the end of this week or now and the end of next week. It's happening, right? Or more. Monthly time frame, just because BCH does have a history, so we actually can look at the monthly. Monthly RSI looks great, bouncing off the 50, getting overbought. We love to see it. Stochastics look ready to run, looking for an end-of-year rally, which is going to be great. And the MACD looks phenomenal as well. We've just flipped green, and I suspect that we will only be higher by the end of this month. So one green month, right? Whenever you get the green reading on the MACD, it's normally not standalone. I guess here you're decaying, but whenever you're first building it up, it's normally not standalone. So I think that this will definitely imply that we have good things to come. I don't believe that we're going to see moves like we have this cycle so far where we move up and consolidate for long amounts of time. I think that we've spent so much time consolidating already this whole life that when we break out of this range, it's just going to be up only for like 6 months in a row, man. It's going to be crazy. BCH right now, you guys, people aren't paying attention to it. Other than you people, whoever's watching this, right? Whenever it breaks out of this range here, everybody's going to start paying attention to it. Right? And it makes all the sense in the world. It's the better Bitcoin. It literally is. It's more true to the white paper. And once the masses start to see that, I mean, man, I'm just saying, man, some crazy stuff could happen. Really crazy stuff. Let me think about this real quick. Yeah, let's look at the BCH BTC pair, okay? Binance has more history. Looking at that there, a little bit of a double bottom, right? Slightly lower low, whatever. Bullish divergence. You've got bullish divergence. Look at that. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if I like the MACD. I mean, it's just green, but that doesn't make sense. You've been red this whole time, so I don't know. That you're broken, MACD. Stochastics look ready to go up. RSI looks ready to go up as well, bouncing off of this area, the 35 area, an area that you found resistance before and support before. You're finding support now. More bullish than you've ever been on the monthly time frame this cycle. More bullish than you've ever been on the weekly time frames. We literally produced the strongest readings we've ever seen in Bitcoin Cash's history on the weekly RSI this cycle. Stochastics are looking good. Hold up. There we go. MACD's looking good. We want to cross that up. This would suggest, yeah, sometime in July, you guys, things are really going to pop off. Really pop off. We've got this ascending triangle here versus Bitcoin. Is it an ascending triangle? Maybe not, actually. It's a pennant, right? Like this, and we're breaking out to the upside. Good to see. We're probably going to retrace this whole move. What's BCH going to do? I want to input this and just see if we can calculate what an appropriate price would be based off of this. Because I've done this for a few coins, like Onyx Coin, XRP, not Swift Coin. Swift Coin's too weird. It's hard to do. XLM, HBAR, right? Various coins, and it tends to address the same areas that we're considering by the end of July. Let's just see. Looking to move up somewhere around there, 886, 786, right? That would probably be the expectation by the end of July, if not higher. I mean, this thing can rip. Between now and the end of July, we got a lot more than 2 weeks, and from this same area, it took us 2 weeks to move all the way up here. Who's to say that we're not higher? But let's just start with something that's considerable, okay? I think the 786 is very considerable by the end of July. 786, 886, if not higher. Let's do this real quick. Google calculator. What was that? What happens when you've been on Ozempic for 20 years? I don't know. I don't want to know. Hopefully, I don't have to ever be put on an Ozempic or get it. Is it good for you? Is it bad? I don't know. I don't want to know. I like to live naturally, please. 008. Watch it be something natural. I know nothing about Ozempic, in case it's not clear. 008 is the price. Google calculator right now. 008, right? Price versus Bitcoin. 008. And I'm assuming that Bitcoin will not be at 107.5K. So all we can say then is that Bitcoin Cash will be at higher prices than this calculation here. Okay, so 860. We can at least rest assured that Bitcoin Cash will likely get above $1,000. Let's go back 008 times. Let's say Bitcoin's at, they probably top off around the same time, 170, 180K. I bet they top off a little bit different, but around 170K probably. That's a $1,360 price. Okay, that makes sense. That's on the lower end of our expectations for BCH, right? BCH USD here. We take this high to low. 1,300, that's the golden ratio. I think we could hit the 1,886,200 or as high as the 2,618 by the end of July. But that's at the lower end, so that's nice to see, right? Something that makes sense. If we're looking at BCH BTC and we take in the 209 area, or maybe we even go a little bit higher and we hit that 1% zone, let's just skip right ahead to that 1% area. Okay, what would 0.01 get us to? Multiply that by, oh, well, we can just do that, right? Times $180,000, $170,000. So that's like $1,700, $1,600, $1,800, something like that for BCH. And that does line up with this 1,886,200 area. Maybe we do, guys. Maybe we really do rip all the way to the upside. That would be interesting to see. The thing is, while BCH has, throughout its whole life, moved down versus Bitcoin, right? It's lost value versus Bitcoin, basically its whole life. Things are kind of changing right now, right? And they have been changing subtly for quite some time. You can see it, right? If you connect the dots, lows here, connecting the lows here. Oops, that wasn't a fair shake. Lows here, to the lows here, to the lows here. Can you see it? It's literally turning. It's like the beginning of a frying pan. Frying pan patterns are like this, where they come down. It's like a gentle, soft curve, a rounded bottom pattern, right? When you round out like this, that tends to get you set up. Nothing moves in a straight line forever. It gets you set up for a massive retracement, like a massive move. And I don't know if we'll, by the end of July, be above these prices here, but in combination with the idea of breaking out of this multi-cycle consolidation phase, one has to wonder if we see some miraculous growth versus Bitcoin, right? All this history has been done while BCH has been in this consolidation range, right? What happens when it breaks out? What happens whenever it's put on the map and everybody's noticing this, right? People pay attention, right? Even the sleepers like XMR, whenever it broke out of its multi-cycle consolidation phase, XLM, XRP, everybody starts to pay attention to it. And if people start to pay attention, or they give Bitcoin Cash any kind of notice of I don't know, interest, they'll look into it. They'll start to see it for what it really is, right? I feel like a lot of people are in the crypto space are not even aware of how much better BCH is than BTC. They're not even aware of that, right? It is the better Bitcoin, and I think people in the space have a hard time admitting that. But whenever they see this thing pump, they're going to be like, okay, what makes this thing tick? Why is it pumping? Oh my God, it's just like Bitcoin, but it's better, it's faster, it's cheaper, it's more efficient. It's literally the exact same thing as Bitcoin. It's just actually truer to the white paper. People are going to start to connect the dots. We've been in this environment our whole lives, which has led to this. What's going to happen when we're outside that environment? Might we see a move that is larger than any of this? On the low end of the spectrum, I'm thinking somewhere around 1,300 to 1,700 makes sense, right? 1,300 to 1,700. So something around this high, if not just above this high, makes sense. But if we really rip through this, guys, if we see something that takes us to higher prices, it's very, very possible that Bitcoin Cash will be worth multiple thousands of dollars by the end of July. I'm serious when I say I think we're right now at the forefront of the largest move that we've ever seen in Bitcoin Cash's history, because between now and the end of the year, we're going to be at prices that are like $10,000 to $13,000, if not more. Maybe we're underplaying it. I don't know. But I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.